Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's 2025. Can't believe it, but it's 2025. So we're going to kick off this new year with a fresh focus. But instead of a new year, new me, which we all know if we're old enough that doesn't really work, we're going to focus on something even better, new year, healthy me. And the reason I say that is because today I'm going to share some very simple lifestyle, diet, and skincare habits that you are not going to implement all at once. Okay, we'll talk about that. Progress over perfection. But anyway, grab a cup of tea, grab some coffee, get comfy, and let's get started. Take a look at the must-have foods for 2025. First up is fatty fish like salmon. Everyone's always like, why is everybody putting salmon on every list? If it is a wild-caught salmon, it is probably one of the healthiest things you can put in your body. It is rich in so many vitamins and minerals, but what's really good, especially as you age, are the omega-3 fatty acids. Cannot say enough good things about those because not only do they fight inflammation in your body, which as you get older, your joints hurt, a little bit creaky, but also it keeps your skin hydrated, the oils in that. So if you don't like fish, try to get a supplement with omega-3 fatty acids. They're very, very important. Next up are citrus fruits and berries. Oranges, lemons, blueberries, raspberries. They're very high in vitamin C. And during cold and flu season, vitamin C is really good for you, but also they help your body produce collagen, which we all know as we get older, we need it. Leafy greens like spinach and kale are loaded with antioxidants, so they fight off damage from stress and pollution. Bone broth is such a good natural source of collagen. It keeps your skin firm and plump. It's, again, good for everything, right, as your collagen production goes down. Your joints, but if you're vegan, there are options available that will offer a similar nutrient profile. If you are pescatarian, I know of a great marine source. I'm not sponsored by them, but it's VitaGlow. It was really amazing. I did a test on myself for 2 months. It's really good. Anyway, but there are a lot of good options out there at different price points, so do your research. Try adding some of these to your meals. Don't do it all at once. If you don't really eat fruit, add some blueberries if that's your favorite, or raspberries, or if you're like, hey, I'm never around, the food goes bad in my refrigerator, try frozen fruit. You'll still get nutrients. I know it won't be as great as like fresh fruit, but you're still getting vitamins and minerals. I throw them into my smoothies, just like I do spinach and kale. I don't have a lot of time to eat properly, so wherever I do stop to get something, I try to make sure that I'm getting some vitamins into whatever I'm eating. Let's move on to some lifestyle tips for 2025. Nothing earth-shattering, but we're going to focus on your health overall and longevity. Finally, don't skip the exercise. Whatever exercise means for you. If you have never exercised, please don't try to jump into a 5-day-a-week program. 1, you will be so sore that you will not continue. 2, you will not keep up with it because it's not enjoyable. I truly believe that exercise is when it became less about wanting my body a certain way, and you'll figure this out if you're watching this and you're in your 20s, it will dawn on you, besides plastic surgery, that you can exercise all you want. You're kind of built the way you're built. So I can't magically morph my body into someone else's with exercise, but what I can do is keep myself toned and lifted as much as possible and be happy with that. But the physical fitness benefits for you as you get over 40 are incredible. For women, our bone density, if you're already through menopause, you should be lifting weights. You don't have to lift super heavy weights, but you do need to incorporate it. It's so important. Men, as your testosterone drops once you get into your late 40s, you will need to really focus on supplementation you need to definitely meet with a hormone doctor. I suggest that for everyone over 40. Get a full checkup by a functional physician. The next up is prioritizing sleep. You hear this every year, right? You need more sleep. Americans need more sleep. Everyone's not getting enough sleep. It's hard, right? You have job responsibilities, you have family responsibilities, you have spousal responsibilities, you have responsibility to yourself. So it just compounds. And I have been a terrible sleeper my entire life. So you need to find what works for you. I have not found a magic trick yet. I have tried sprays, teas, special pillowcases. I've tried meditation before bed. I've tried the Calm app on my earbuds, trying to fall asleep. We've tried the little breathing lights and the exercises. So some combination of those might work best for you. So what I would say is don't roll your eyes at anything. Just try it all, because something that you would have been thinking would not help you might be the key for you to get a little more rest in 2025. Squeeze it in where you can. Most importantly, nighttime is when your body repairs itself, your skin repairs itself, your organs, your brain is reorganizing all the information, hence your dreams, and getting you ready for the next day. So it is important. It's really important. All of these tips fit together. As I mentioned before, please don't try to incorporate everything all at once. Small baby steps have the biggest impact over time. So hydration, but all of these tips play together, so stay with me. Hydration, if you are hydrated, a lot of times your body is telling you to eat when you're not really hungry, you're dehydrated. Hydration, hydration, hydration. It's not only good for your skin and it's good for your body. Your body's 60% water, but hydration also plays into your sleep, which plays into your stress levels, and your exercise plays into all of this. So take small steps and see what works out for you. Let's talk about protecting your skin barrier. Your skin barrier, I cannot stress this enough, is so incredibly important. You can do all you want to build collagen. If you have an unhealthy skin barrier, it's not going to matter. Your first line of defense, your armor, keep it healthy. That is the key to healthier, vibrant skin no matter your age. And I want to talk about the skin barrier in younger people. I am meeting more and more young women and men who are 16, 17, 18. Their skin is just horrible. And they can't figure out because they're using this very expensive skincare that they bought. Well, what's in it? Retinol. Stop using retinol. You don't need retinol. The whole reason that retinol was created were for old people like me our cells slow down with age. The turnover slows down. It just kind of cogs in the wheel, right? And there's another video about that if you want to talk about that. But if you are younger, please stop tearing your skin up. Just stop it. Stop using things that are meant for older people. If you think that you're being preventative, you are not. You're actually destroying your skin barrier instead of doing anything to help. So I'm going to do a separate video because I personally, in my circle of friends, have seven people between the ages of 13 and 18 who have damaged their skin barrier so bad that they are experiencing breakouts constantly. Scaling skin. We had to take them off of everything. And really, one of them is actually coming out on the other side very nicely, and her skin has started to rebuild. You can fix your skin barrier, but you have to stop stripping it. So if you're using a cleanser in the morning or at night, if you're over 40, try to stop with the really harsh products. And I know some people that break out. They don't want to give up their salicylic acid or their benzoyl peroxide, and that's okay. But find a formulation or a version of it that is gentler than what they're selling to 15-year-olds. You don't have the skin barrier. You don't have the oil production. I don't care who you are over 40 that you had at 15. You just don't. So I met someone who was still using Stridex pads on his face when he was in his late 40s. And, I can't tell you or stress to you enough how bad for your skin it is to just keep stripping it and stripping it. So even if you are a young person, if you are getting a lot of upset in your skin, go to a dermatologist, talk to them, talk to an esthetician, anyone who can help you understand that you should not be using harsh chemicals really anytime in your life. Sometimes they're necessary if you have bad acne. When you first get started on retinol, you may get some purging and peeling. But again, I don't care if you're over 40 or over 50. If that purging phase lasts for too long, you're damaging your skin barrier. It sounds like it's very confusing, but it's not. It's almost that when people tell you, listen to your body with exercise, listen to your skin. If your skin is having some horrifying reaction and someone is telling you, oh, that's just how it goes, just stick with it, stick with it. I'm not a dermatologist. If your derm tells you stick with it for a few more weeks, then stick with it. But I know people whose derms told them after 2 months, stick with it. And I'm sorry, that sounds completely stupid. Why would you want your skin to keep peeling and reddening and looking worse and deeper wrinkles? That doesn't sound like you are going to respond well to the treatment. And there are a lot of people, there is no retinol in my products because I don't respond well to retinol. And during the test group, I kept meeting more and more people, men and women, who were just mystified that they weren't responding. And then I have other friends who look absolutely flawless and young and gorgeous on retinol. Everyone is different. So we'll find something that works for you, I promise. Let's talk a little bit about routines. If you are layering on your routine in the morning, always, whether you're a man or a woman, you start with your vitamin C serum before you put anything else on your face. So if you're using your vitamin C serum with our line, you would use your vitamin C, go right to the strength in the morning, or in the morning, if you like something a little lighter, for the men, they can use the Surge, or for women, you could use the recovery cream, which is what I use every morning. And then I use the strength over the structure at night, but we'll get to that. So in the morning, vitamin C goes on first. And then if you're using a hyaluronic acid serum, I don't have one of those because I'm working on something. I like multi-step products that kind of take care of a lot in one step. There was a time in my life, I had a 7-step skincare routine and didn't realize until my early 40s when I started having all these weird skin reactions, which is what led me to create this company, that I was actually breaking down my skin barrier. So if you are layering vitamin C serum, then your hyaluronic, and then you can put your strength, your recovery cream, your Surge, or whatever, and whatever you're using in the morning over that, and let that sink in. Each one of those steps should get at least 60 seconds. I know if you're in a hurry, you're going to try and put them on together, but I would give it at the least 60 seconds for each of those to sink in. And the reason that I talk a lot about the strength and the recovery cream and the Surge, all of my products were created to focus on skin barrier health and collagen production. Because if you take care of those two things, pretty much covered as far as aging skin or having your skin look good. Because if your skin barrier is healthy, it's naturally going to look really nice and vibrant, right? The strength is very, very rich in ceramides, and it is just a really, really great product. Very proud. Let's talk a little bit about exfoliation. So exfoliation is wonderful. We love exfoliation. The challenge is when you start exfoliating too much, you're going to break your skin barrier. There are physical exfoliants that feel like those gritty scrubs. I've seen way too many people get in there. Stop doing that. Just lightly move it. They're not stuck in there. Like, you will be able to get rid of dead skin cells pretty easy. So stop really going at it on your face, even if you're young. Just tearing up your skin barrier. And then so those are physical, the scrubs, right? Physical exfoliants. And then there are chemical exfoliants. glycolic acid, lactic acid, retinoic acid, retinol, right, is retinol. So, or retin-A. So if you are using, now I really want to dive into something here. If you're using retinol every single night, it is very unlikely that you are actually going to have to exfoliate, maybe gently, once a week. Really. You overdo it, you strip your skin barrier, and then all of this money that you're paying for everything and all this to look good is just going to go to waste. So less is more when it comes to exfoliation. For most people that I know, because their skincare takes care of a lot of the chemical exfoliants, I don't know many products that don't at least have glycolic or lactic somewhere in there, right? Once or twice a week is enough. If you prefer a physical exfoliation, please look for beads instead of the scrubs. When I was young, we had a very popular brand, which I won't mention, but it was like someone took a hammer and busted seeds. Like, think of really hard seeds that were crumbled in this. And we would just go to town on our face with that. So you have sharp, jagged edges in this scrub. So if you see something like that, please don't use it. I don't think they really make them anymore, but they might. Look for something that's beaded, because at least then there's a cushion on the bead as you're kind of moving it around and scrubbing your face. You just want to protect your face. And there you have it. Simple steps to make 2025 the year of a healthier, glowing you. And please remember, don't take all these tips, write them down and go, I'm starting next week. It's not about perfection. It's about progress. Small steps equal really great, big outcomes. Small steps. If you try to make changes all at once, and this is why the joke is around New Year's resolutions, you fail. Your body, your mind, you can only do so much at once before you just give up. It takes an average of 66 days for human beings to have something that they've changed. So for changes to become habits, that's about 2 months. So when we were talking about the 30 days, even going longer than that, when you start to make changes, pretty soon it'll just become subconscious. You won't even think about it. And it's been very funny to see men, especially, because they're very resistant to skincare routines. But I can tell you that it becomes second nature. They don't think about it now. They have 5 minutes at night, 5 minutes in the morning. They're like, I don't know why I haven't been doing this my whole life. So progress, not perfection. Small, consistent change, right? That makes a huge difference. So if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends. Here's to a healthy, happy, vibrant, radiant year ahead. I wish you all the best, success, health, and happiness, and I will see you next time.